Etrog that Pastor got, and I started a tree. Started an Etrog tree.
Woohoo.
And so he's like, hey, you want to do a little,
Beautiful.
thing on the Etrog and the lulav? Lulav. Sorry,
Lulav.
I'm saying it wrong. So I said, all right, so here it is. So I did a little study last night because I really didn't have much time before tomorrow. But so the lulav is waved and a prayer said before sukkah. And there are two symbolic thoughts on what they stand for. So you have the willow, the myrtle, and the palm, and of course our etrog. You formerly called an egret till I figured out how to say it right.
Right.
But so the one school of thought is that these things represent our bodies. Etrog shaped like a heart. The palm is like a stiff spine. The willow has longer oval lips, or shaped like your lips, considered like the mouth. And then the myrtle is shaped like your eyes. What is he laughing about? Do you want to do this?
The dog.
Oh, okay. You guys making fun of me already.
No,
I just started paying attention. Not yet. I know it's coming. I
Oh, no,
know.
that was going on before you even got up there.
That's funny. I know.
Maya.
So,
Making trouble.
Maya.
yeah. So then the other thought is that each of these things represents a type of Jew. So the palm tastes good, but it has no smell. And the willow doesn't taste good, doesn't have any smell. The myrtle has a nice smell, but no taste. But the etrog has a sweet smell and a sweet taste. And even when the etrog is decaying and it's going bad inside, it still smells sweet. You can't tell that it's rotting inside. Interesting.
That smells sweet to you right now? From the outside, or it has to be open?
No, I can smell it a little bit. You want to smell?
Yeah.
So the other thing that I learned was that the etrog originally is from Calabria, Italy.
Yes.
But
They use the
it
Earl
was
Grey.
never grafted to look like a lemon or a lime. It was always kept pure. And then later on, the seeds were taken to Jerusalem, and then they were grown there by seed.
She wants everything from it. I'm sorry.
There's also like a lot of stuff about the etrog that has to be perfect for it to be kosher. So this is the stem end, how it hangs off the tree, and etrogs, they live through every season. They're not like planted in, they flower in the spring and then they harvest them in the end of summer. They thrive in spring, summer, fall, and winter. All of the seasons.
Wow.
They still look beautiful on the tree. They don't fall off like when apples fall out of the tree when they're overripe. The other thing is it's really hard to pick out like a perfect etrog because there are so many and Jewish rules about like what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be bumpy. It can be yellow or green, but the top third, this end is called the pitam. So when you pick a etrog, if it has the pitam on it, you're good. It's kosher. If you get it home and your pitam breaks off, you're screwed. You got to go back and buy another pitam.
Oh,
You got to buy
wow.
another etrog.
Do we have to get another one? Yes.
Lovely phrasing.
Right?
And then if you get
Keeping it real.
an etrog and there's no pitam, it's fine. It's kosher. You just can't have the change. So the top third of it is supposed to be blemish free. And I don't know what all the significance of all this is, but it was interesting. So the top part can't have black spots, otherwise it's no good. If it has a brown spot where the leaf sat on it, it's okay. And then there are some places where it's missing, and that's okay too, but you don't want the black spots.
I'm sorry, could I ask a question? I'm sorry. You said if it falls off, the
pitam.
falls off.
That's the
it's
flower
no good.
end.
But if it's
No, it's kosher. When you buy it and it's got the pitom, it's kosher
okay,
for the holiday.
Okay.
If you get it home or you buy it and it doesn't have a P-TOM and hey, it's the last Etrog and that's what you're going with, it doesn't have a black dot, so you're taking it.
Yeah.
As long as it didn't have it when you buy it, it's okay.
Oh,
It's
it
still
can't
kosher.
fall off.
It can't fall off in the transition or the wave-in.
This is so
Otherwise, you have to buy another Etrog. Okay. So,
So Jewish.
so because all this stuff like has smells and so the other thought that the rabbis suggest is that it's the different kinds of Jews. So you have let me see if I can get this straight. You have the Jew that so the smell. Wait. The smell and the taste stand for your deeds and your acquisition of knowledge of the Jewishism stuff. So the palm that doesn't smell and doesn't taste is the Jew that doesn't have good works and doesn't do good deeds and doesn't have a lot of knowledge about their Judaism. The myrtle smells good, but it doesn't have a taste. So it might have good deeds, but it doesn't know a lot about Judaism, or the other way around. And then the willow doesn't smell good, doesn't taste good, so that's just the Jew that doesn't really participate in, you know, their roots and holidays and stuff, and they don't do great deeds either. But when the Feast of Tabernacles comes, they're all held together because it symbolizes community.
Right.
Everybody, all the different kinds of Jews. No Jew is better than the other, and it's always with community. You know, they everybody is the same. Same thing with the Etrog. Okay, so hang on one second. So it starts on the 15th of Tishrei, and it's an agricultural reminder of the bounty of harvest so that people can eat through the winter, and that they are blessed by God and dependent on nature. So it's a reminder of that. And it's also a reminder of bringing the Jews out of Egypt, because they said, you know, they were in the tents and they had to move every day, and God's provision while they were in the wilderness. Let me see what I, okay, so,
Interesting.
Can I ask a question?
I hope I can answer it.
Yeah. How do you eat the Etrog?
It's, well, I mean,
Eat it raw? Or
you
cook
don't,
it, or-
I mean, I guess you can eat it. I think they make, like, they sugarize and candy the rind, because it's mostly rind. Like, the inside of a lemon has juicy part. This doesn't really have juicy part. It's got seeds that, you can tell the difference between a grafted Etrog and a regular Etrog in that it's bumpy. The seeds in a grafted Etrog grow out towards the rind. With the ungrafted pure Etrog, they grow up towards the P-TOM. And they don't have juice. So, I mean, I guess people cut it up and they throw it with sugar and they candy it and make it kind of like a candied rind. But, I mean, there's no juice in it. You can't, like, make a dish, I don't
So you
think.
have to kind of be desperate.
The only thing is, I wanted just to mention about when you said about Calabria, that's actually what's in Earl Grey tea. That's citrus.
Oh,
yeah.
citron.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know that. Okay.
and fruitcakes. Yes,
Just saying.
just saying. Right?
Okay, so, and another thing that was interesting to me was, Jews in America, celebrate Sukkot, sorry, I'm trying to pronounce everything right. They celebrate it for 8 days, and in Israel, they only celebrate for 7 days. And when Jews are in America, the way they wave the wand, they shake it first to the east where Israel is, and then they go to the northwest, south, up and down, signifying that God is all around. Oh, and another interesting thing before I do the little wave thing, it's also, not only is it mentioned in Leviticus chapter 23 about, you know, God's demand for his mitzvah, his commandment to do this celebration, but in Zechariah 14:16 through 19, it talks about after the tribulation, the remnant that is left is to every year go up to Jerusalem and celebrate the Feast of Tabernacles. Otherwise, there'll be no rain on your crops or your anything.
And your
So,
mountain, your town, your city, whatever it is.
yeah. So not only is it a feast that started in the Old Testament, but it's also, you know, for the New Testament too, in Revelation. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this, don't laugh. And I'm going to try to say it in Hebrew. Because there's, when you first go into your sukkah, for the first time, you say a blessing that says, "Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has granted us life, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this occasion." Do you want to hear it in Hebrew? Or you just want to say it?
You don't have to ask that
Give
question.
it a try.
All right, I'll try.
You worked hard, we wanna hear
I'll
it.
try. I'll
You gonna
try.
put
Besides,
that
we
lemon
don't
on
know
your
the
head?
difference, so.
Chris might.
I'm sorry.
Baruch atan Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehekenyenu vekemanu vahiyanu lisman hazeh. That was it. Well, you don't know. That was it in Hebrew.
That was good.
So you say this blessing the first time. You say this blessing the first time, and then the second following blessing is said before you take a meal in the sukkah, and that says, "Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with His commandments and commanded us to dwell in the sukkah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzevanu leshva basukkah."
Very good.
Yes.
Get an A.
So this is what you do. So if you're Jewish, you start like, this is west, right?
Yes.
West?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first what Jews would do, they would go to the east.
Right.
When you first start, my bad. When you first start, you say the blessing with the pitom up, and then when you do the wave, you put the pitom down. So you're gonna shake behind you at the east 3 times.
Comes through the Eastern Gate.
Right.
Wait. Sorry.
Out here.
The east, then the north, then the west, then the south. What's this?
That's easy.
Oh, the east, and then you go up and you go down. And that's your blessing.
That's all. Amen.
Okay.
That's great. Very good, Kari. Thank you.
That's why you get the big job in the church.
Let's resume the thing.
And you do it right.
They don't want them coming.
Good job.
So cool, but I'm so excited that my tree started.
Yes.
I planted 4 trees and I got 3. Sorry.
What?
She was making her speech.
Like right here.
Yeah, so 3 of the 4 seeds started. This is
Yeah.
the biggest one by far, but the other 2 I planted in the same pot.
That's good to be.
Go on, you
Is
guys got
that so cool?
It
it?
is.
Resume.
And you know what else?
Wow.
Like a lime and a lemon tree, it has thorns. I just noticed it.
Wow.
It's got
What
thorns.
kind of tree again?
This is an Etrog tree.
Really?
That's a tree that thing
I
comes out.
started from the seed from last year's Etrog when we did the Feast of Tabernacles.
And
And
you know what? I didn't know the lemon and lime had the little thorns.
oh, let me tell you,
I did not
girl,
know.
I almost think that might have been the crown of thorns that they put on Jesus because they are deadly.
Really?
Deadly. They get woody. They are sharper than a needle when you're sewing. It's crazy.
I wonder if that's it.
But yeah, I just noticed that this is.
Yeah, in Calabria, they use that to make Earl Grey tea. That's what they put in. That's a citrus. Yeah.
Thank you, Kari.
Thank you, Kari. It was good.